Hello, this is the Bluthner Style 4A grand piano. That's 5 foot 5 inches long, 165 centimeters. The Style 4, which is 150 centimeters, 4 foot 11, is much more common. There's about one of these for every 10, I think, roughly, of Bluthners, and we're so grateful to get these in because they're slightly longer. As you can see, the casework, as we're going through this, you'll see all the defects of the case. It's the worst part of the piano because the piano itself is fully restored and hardly used since. I was saying that this slightly longer one has a deeper tone, and obviously that's good to have slightly longer piano. So if you can fit 5 foot 5 inch and you like Bluthners, really want to encourage you that this is particularly exceptional. So let's have a look at the rest of the case. So around the back here is rather slightly faded compared to the rest of the piano, and indeed the whole piano has got a faded mahogany. We call this flame mahogany or fiddleback. I think flame's probably more appropriate, and certainly we'd love to repolish the piano, but if you want the piano, obviously you want a good instrument and don't want to spend so much, then here's an opportunity. So you can see that this has been kept back, so there's a fade line there, there's something being kept on. We can usually get rid of those if you want us to just make good. Then we can get rid of the watermarks usually quite easily, though it won't be perfect at all. And looking at the rest of the piano, we can see by looking at the dark parts of it how it was originally. So it's been kept closed for a long time and not really been used very much, as you'll see from the hammers. The key, by the way, are absolutely perfect ivories, which is encouraging, and they need buffing, so that's work we need to do. But there's technically not a huge amount of work. I've already pitch raised and tuned it, which has enabled me to see that the tuning pins are very tight. I was going to show you the inside, so underneath there you can see the original colour of the piano. If you compare that to this bit, which has been folded back, you'll see how much it's faded since it was done. So we normally, if we repolish, it takes us 70 hours, 30 coats of French polish, and we've just done one. Actually, there's one in my house that's waiting delivery. It's being stored for a while, so I'm enjoying that one. That's a Bluthner Style 4. This 4A, as I say, is a preferable piano musically, though of course if you're looking at extremely small piano, then Style 4 is the one you're looking for, and much more common. The piano has been fully restored, including new rest plank. That's where the tuning pins go into, and they're very tight. As I say, I've pitch raised it and could tell encouragingly tight tuning pins. So it's 433 the pitch, raised it up to 444. The inside of the piano is absolutely perfect. So the tuning pins here, let's have a look, and you can see the restringing. All the work's been done very high standard. I don't know who did the work. It's probably done in London. That's why I bought the piano from privately in London. So there, sorry it wasn't in focus before, and you can see, if you're a technician, hopefully you'll pick up that that's been very well done, and the dampers have been replaced as well, and the soundboard's perfect. The serial number on the Grands is underneath the strings, and this, I think when it was restored, this decal was put on. It's a common one used. 1929 is the latest date on the decal. 1934 is the age according to the serial number. The serial number can also be found at the back of the piano, behind the action inside. Taking the action out, you can find it next to the dampers here. The action has been restored very well, encouragingly well. This is useful to see that this action standard has been replaced, because very often they perish on the Grands. It's a common fault, and on these 1930s ones, 1920s, 30s ones, the keys are a bit stiff here, so this balance rail needs lubricating. We use talc, which is what Renner recommend, and in fact I think these are Renner hammers actually, so they've been Renner replacement hammers, and hardly used since they've been replaced. So very encouraging. That is very tight hinges here, nothing to do with the hammers are neatly lubricating, just the keys really, and that'll bring the weight down slightly. It's very slightly heavy but not too much, so it's just refinements to do really, bit of voicing on the hammers too. And the regulations generally good. All points towards the piano having been restored and not really used much since then. And there's I won't show you all the regulation. I've had the videos on that, but obviously the first thing is the capstan here, and then the right height. In fact, the hammer height is slightly higher than normal. Hammer blows about 43 from hammer to string. Does feel good. Can be as low as that. We've mentioned recently some pianos are regulated like that. The action feels good, which is the main thing. 47 would be the normal, and the key dip's 11. I've got all that on the worksheet anyway, just to say that this regulation doesn't really need doing very much. There are a few that need turning. This is the let off and enables you to play really softly if that's well adjusted. And well, general adjustments, if you're a technician, you'll know about that. The springs are good. We'll just refine them really. I think there's still bits of refinement to do. Here's the summary worksheet, so details of the piano, and I did just point out that the hammer blow is only 43, which is quite low, but the action feels good. I think that's in the end what's important. Certainly there are new pianos that are set at quite low hammer blow, so that's not really a problem. And we need to lubricate the balance reel, buff the keys. Pitch raise has been done, and there's one damper that needs a little bit of adjustment, which we'll do later on. Now, the leg room is 61, which is normal, and we've got a pedal height of 7.5. So if you are a particularly tall person, you might find you don't fit incredibly well, but obviously it's not made for very tall people. We've talked about that before, so that's important. If you are tall, then please look at the leg room. Some of the Becksteins, some Bluthners have more leg room as well, when you can put caster cups underneath. So I'm often mentioning that because it's possible, if you want to try this piano out, you can rent the piano for a month or two, try it out, and then decide whether you want to buy it. Obviously, if you want this repolished, then that's a different issue. You might want to try it out and then send it to us to repolish it. All sorts of permutation. Just write to info@robertspianos if you're interested. There's the last of all, as we always do, the weighting of the keys. So with lubricating the balance rail, that will be brought down to almost exactly correct. So it's 55 middle C. It'll bring it down to about 52, 51, I expect, and so on, right the way through. And then we'll obviously fine weight it if it needs doing, but normally the lubrication of the balance rail is almost going to make it almost perfect. So I'm going to play the piano now, and thank you very much for listening so far. So that's a fully restored Bluthner Style 4A, 165 centimeters long, grand piano, made in 1934 and very well restored. We have got refinements to do that I've mentioned earlier. Such a beautiful silky tone. Very sensitive. You can play really quietly on it, and we'll refine it further so you can play even more softly and have more gradation in volume. The unicorda I didn't mention, but the unicorda is well regulated. The unicorda is used by pianists. Some pianists use it more than others. If you want to use the unicorda, then if you overuse it, then it evens it out too much. I need to fine voice it really, but the piano is certainly excellent and worth refining. And if you're interested in a grand piano that's not too big, a Bluthner grand piano is very special sounding. As I say, if you want to try it out, you're welcome. It's in our storage area. As you can see, we have overspill at the moment. We have fortunately, we've managed to collect more pianos than we can fit into our main showroom. So this would normally go into our showroom or polishing room. But if you are interested in the piano before it goes there, you can't visit our storage area, but you can try the pianos out if you want to rent them. And we do a lot of that. So if you want to try a piano out, any piano for that matter, in the showroom too, can be tried out, and you can rent the piano for a period of time and then purchase it. Write to us, info@robertspianos, letting us know what you'd like to do. So thank you very much for listening again. It's a superb instrument, and one that I would certainly like to play all day long.